Welcome back to another episode of Positive Solutions for Life. I'm your host, Peggy Meyer. Last week, I talked about how your brain is a fast problem-solving machine that often gets us into trouble. It quickly jumps to conclusions by using some facts, but then filling in the rest with snippets from our past experiences and the beliefs and values we hold, then wraps it all in a bow with a story to match. Today, we're going to expand on that idea and talk about something we've all experienced: gossip, rumors, how miscommunication can lead to hurt feelings and misunderstandings, and what you can do to minimize all of them to protect your relationships and communicate more clearly. So let's get started. But first, we need some clarity on what we're talking about. What is the difference between gossip, rumors, and truth telling? Well, gossip is casual talk about other people's lives, often unverified and usually sprinkled with opinions or exaggeration. Rumors are stories or speculations about events or situations that spread without proof. Truth telling is about sharing facts, what we know for sure that is grounded in evidence or direct experience. So, gossip is about people, rumors about situations, and truth telling is about facts. So, if gossip and rumors don't have all the facts, why do they feel like truth or sound like facts? This is where the brain comes in. Like I mentioned in last week's episode, our minds are incredible story builders. When we don't have all the information, the brain fills in the gaps fast. So let's also recall the example I gave last week. You walk past two coworkers whispering. One glances up, the other looks away. Instantly, your stomach drops. They're talking about me. 10 minutes later, you learn they were planning a surprise for a colleague. What happened in that gap? Your brain created a story, and gossip and rumors act the same way. They get misunderstood as truth or facts in these 6 ways. First, the repetition effect. When gossip or rumors are repeated often enough, people start to believe it. Psychologists call this the illusionary truth effect. Familiarity makes something feel true, even if it isn't. Second, authority bias. If gossip or rumors comes from someone we trust, respect, or see as knowledgeable, we're more likely to assume it's factual. Filling in the gaps. We know this one. Our brains dislike uncertainty. When we don't know the full story, we fill in the gaps. We fill in the blanks with assumptions. Gossip and rumors conveniently supply those assumptions, and our mind latches on. Emotional impact. Gossip and rumors often spark strong emotions: shock, anger, curiosity. Emotions can cloud rational thinking, making it harder to question accuracy. Fifth, confirmation bias is if gossip or rumor fits a story we already believe about someone. Oh, that sounds like something he would do. We accept it as truth without verification. And lastly, social bonding. Gossip and rumors are a way that humans connect socially. Getting the insider information makes us feel included. In that closeness, people let their guard down and accept gossip as fact more easily. Gossip and rumors, they can feel harmless, but they rarely are. What ripple effect do they have on others? Well, it can damage reputations, sometimes permanently. They create mistrust and division. Gossip and rumors spread confusion and fear, and they build walls instead of bridges in relationships. One story told wrong can affect not just one person, but entire organizations or communities. It's not just gossip and rumors. Our brain plays tricks in our personal communication. We assume we know what someone else is thinking or feeling without asking. We expect others to know our thoughts and our feelings without telling them. That is a recipe for hurt feelings and misunderstandings. Just like with gossip, our brain fills in the blanks. She didn't text me back. She must be mad at me. Or I've made it clear with my hints. He should just know what I need. But assumptions are not clarity. They are stories. And it's not on others to know how you think or feel about a situation. It's on you. You need to clearly identify for yourself what your thoughts, feelings, or expectations are, and then communicate them with clarity directly to the person that needs to know. And if you don't, and then you judge them for not meeting those expectations or feelings, it's on you, not them. So, how do we break free? How can we reduce misunderstandings? Well, to minimize gossip and rumors, we need to redirect the conversation. If someone starts gossiping, shift the focus. I don't feel comfortable talking about that. Or I'd rather not talk about people who aren't here to share their side. Seek clarity instead of speculating. Ask yourself the think test before speaking. T, is it true? H, is it helpful? I, is it inspiring? N, is it necessary? K, is it kind? If the answer is no to most of these, it's probably gossip. Don't repeat it. Practice empathy. Before passing something on, pause and imagine how it would feel if the story was about you. That one simple shift often stops gossip in its tracks. Encourage a culture of appreciation and truth-telling. In workplaces, families, and friend groups, intentionally share positive stories with facts, celebrate wins, and spread encouragement. Positivity and factual stories leave less room for negativity, gossip, and rumors to take root. And choose your circle wisely. Like, surround yourself with people who value honesty, respect, and positivity. Being in a gossip-heavy environment makes it harder to stay out of it. And to communicate more clearly in relationships, be present. Put away distractions like phones when having important conversations. Show with your body language, eye contact, and nodding that you're truly listening. And practice listening actively. Active listening. Listen to understand, not just to respond. Repeat back or summarize. So this is what I hear you saying. This prevents misinterpretation and shows respect. Use I statements, not you statements. You never listen is very defensive. But I feel unheard when the TV is on while I'm talking, expresses feelings without blame. Be specific, not vague. Instead of, you don't ever help around here, which is also a you statement, try, I could use some help with dishes after dinner tonight. Another I statement. This is clear, direct requests that leave less room for assumption. And watch your tone and timing. Words are only part of the message. Tone, facial expressions, and timing matter. Choose a calm, respectful tone and the right time, not when someone's stressed out or rushing to get out the door. Ask clarifying questions. If something feels off, ask, what did you mean when you said? This reduces assumptions by creating some curiosity. Don't assume, verify. Check in regularly. Did I explain that clearly? Or are we on the same page? Simple but powerful. Share your expectations out loud. Don't assume others should just know. Instead of waiting for a partner to plan a date night, say, I'd love if we could schedule a date this week. Share your expectations out loud. Manage emotional flooding. If emotions are high, clarity goes out the window. Take a pause. I need 10 minutes to cool off, and then I'll come back and talk. Powerful. Pay attention to nonverbal communication. Notice posture, eye contact, or silence. Sometimes what's not said communicates more than your words. Check it out gently. I notice you're quiet. What's on your mind? Get curious. And end with confirmation. Before closing a conversation, double check. So we're all in agreement here. You're going to pick up the kids at 3, right? This prevents some small details from getting lost. So here's the takeaway. Our brain loves certainty. When it doesn't have the full picture, it fills in the gaps with stories. And those stories can become gossip, rumors, or assumptions that aren't grounded in facts. But when we slow down, fact check, and communicate directly, we move from misunderstanding to clarity, from hurt to healing, from division to connection. Remember, truth and clarity always build stronger relationships than gossip and guessing. Choose truth, choose kindness, and choose connection.